So here's a side-by-side comparison of the two configurations. On the left-hand side, we have our classic configuration, as it's known as, classic configuration. And on the, did I say right-hand side? I think I did. Here's a side-by-side comparison of the two configurations. On the left-hand side, we have classic configuration mode. And that's what it's called, classic configuration mode. And on the right-hand side, we have what is known as named. So if you're eyeballing the two configurations here, as we've already seen, in classic mode, what do we have? We have some configurations in interface configuration mode, summary address, turning on the routing process on the interface, and then we have to go into global configuration mode and enable the routing process there with the IPv6 router EIGRP command, and then all IPv4 config. This is then a router EIGRP configuration mode. Network commands done there. Passive interface is done there. If we want to set timers, though, we got to go back to interface configuration mode and do the timers. As we said, it's a scattered configuration. Whereas with named, everything's in this hierarchical structure. So I would definitely encourage you to take the time to deploy new EIGRP routers using the named configuration mode. This is the wave of the future for EIGRP configuration. So I would spend the time learning it and implementing it on new routers, but I would not at all recommend to any of you to spend the time changing what you already have. Don't do that. To reconfigure your router, as we just did in the demo, to be named versus classic is a lot of work. So I wouldn't do that. But let me show you something. Let's get out of here. Let's go take a look at Cisco's website. Look at this command right here. EIGRP upgrade CLI. This is a command that is used in the classic configuration mode. And what it does on the fly is convert your classic configuration to the named configuration for you without you having to do anything. And the great thing about it is it doesn't disrupt your EIGRP network. It doesn't bring down interfaces. It doesn't do anything of the such. It just takes what's configured on interfaces, takes what's configured in router EIGRP configuration mode and IPv6 router EIGRP configuration mode, and it turns it all into named configuration mode in the running config. And then it's up to you to type in copy run start to save it to the starting config. So that way there, if you ever have to reload the router, you have the named configuration saved. However, you need 15.4 1S or higher.